Hello everyone, Dirk here from MTG Nostalgia, back after a while with a new Magic video. I've been busy for the last few weeks because I'm about to start a new job in a few weeks and we have to move house first. But I wanted to get to you, back at you with another product opening. What we have here is the Nicol Bolas Planeswalker deck from Hour of Devastation. You can see here we get a Planeswalker card in this, and it says Unleash Destruction. Ancient and powerful, the Dragon Planeswalker Nicol Bolas will stop at nothing to dominate the multiverse. Join his cause to raise an army of afflicted undead and sap the strength of your foes until all bow before you. Now, if you follow my channel, you will have seen some other Planeswalker deck openings. These decks are intended as beginner's product, so you get all kinds of cards in here, including a Planeswalker and some enchantments, some creatures, and so on. And you will get a pre-constructed deck. You will also get 2 boosters. So that when you have played with that deck for the first time, you can open some boosters and make an experience of how it is to customize your own deck. A big part of the Magic experience, I'd say. Now the contents of this is, of course, the Nicol Bolas, the Planeswalker card. This is a foil version. You can see it here. It's Nicol Bolas, the Deceiver. It costs 8 mana. These the Planeswalkers in these decks are all very expensive mana-wise, so they are intended not to have an impact on the standard environment. Although they are part of standard at the time that Hour of Devastation, the set, is legal in standard. But as always, you can see this is card 205 of 199. So there are some cards in these decks that only appear in these decks, and you will not get them from boosters. You'll only get them from these decks, but they are still available in standard if you want to play with them. Bolas has 3 abilities here. You can +3 him. Each opponent loses 3 life unless their player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. You can -3 him, destroy target creature and draw a card. Or you can -11 him and he deals 7 damage to each opponent and you draw 7 cards. So yeah, it's good in a limited environment. Maybe also for Commander. I'm going to try that out. You get a deck box with a strategy guide. It's a beginner's product, so you get some rules explanation and some tips on how to play the deck and so on. And if you want, you can have this poster, hang it over your bed and so on, and they tell you which products to buy next. For example, the Nissa Planeswalker deck, which is the other Planeswalker deck from Hour of Devastation. Then you get 2 boosters. I'm gonna put one of those away for my Time Walk series, and this one we're gonna open later. But now, first let's have a look at these cards. I think there's 1 or 2 regular rares from the set in this, and then and also of course commons and uncommons. And then there's 2 versions. There's 2 copies of a special rare that is found only in this deck. You can also tutor for your Planeswalker. Yeah, this is the short rules overview. You've probably seen these types of rules tips before. You can see here, Amit Eternal. It's a rare. It's part of the regular set. It's got Afflict, one of the abilities from that set that causes an opponent to lose life when it becomes blocked, and it uses -1/-1 counters because black and green in this set use these counters. You have Throne of the God Pharaoh. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures you control. So good for aggro decks. Visage of Pallas is the rare one that is only found in this one. You see we get 2 copies. It's a mana rock for Grixis colors, and you can also tutor for specifically this card, so no other Bolas Planeswalkers. You can get Kenra Eternals, good aggro creatures, 2/2 for 2 with Afflict 1. Wasp of the Bitter End. You get 3 copies of that. It's the uncommon from this deck. And whenever you cast a Bolas Planeswalker spell, you may sacrifice Wasp of the Bitter End. If you do, destroy target creature. It synergizes with each Bolas Planeswalker, not only with this one. Burning Fist Minotaur, good uncommon. Aerial Guide, good common. Eternal of Harsh Truth, that's one of the regular uncommons from this set. Marauding Bone Slasher, that helped me during the pre-release. Zealot of the God Pharaoh, it's the common that is only found in this deck. We get 4 copies of that. It's a mana sink for the late game. You can deal 2 damage to an opponent, and it's 4/3 for 4. It's okay. Manticore Eternal, I like that one. 5/4 for 5 with Afflict 3 and has to attack. This is a 3-card deck, so you need some mana fixing. These are, well, just the normal tap lands, Cinder Barons, Crypt of the Eternals. Oh, you get 4 copies of that. It's the Grixis land that is found in this set. And get some basic lands, mountains, islands, swamps. Combat Trick, Supernatural Stamina, Magma Spray to get rid of creatures. Open Fire, the bad lightning bolt from this set. Final reward, some creature removal. Yeah, so this is very basic deck. Well, not except for the Planeswalker. You're pretty happy when you get this out. And if you get 2 of those decks, you can start getting into Magic with your friend. Now, for the price, we're gonna take the Bolas booster and open that. Hour of Devastation, actually, at the time of filming this video, is at the end of its limited run. Because the next set, Ixalan, is actually on the horizon. I think it's gonna. At the time of recording this, Ixalan is gonna be released next week, and this week is gonna be the pre-release. But let's see. Hour of Devastation is going to be in standard for a while more, so let's see what we can get. Wretched Camel, pretty good card for limited. Beneath the Sands, Jeru's Renunciation, Strategic Planning, Blur of Blades. Yeah, you might want to add these 2 cards maybe to that deck if you want to customize it. Rune Red, yeah, 1/1 Death Thatcher. Not a lot of people like that. I played it during the pre-release. Helped me a bit because I can get rid of bigger creatures with a Death Touch. Dutiful Servants, Plantering Blow, can get rid of the gods in this set because it exiles creatures when they die, when it deals damage to them. Rampaging Hippo, good common, but not in our colors. Survivor's Encampment, it's a color fixing land. Sand Strangler, probably one of the best uncommons. For 4 mana, you get a 3/3, and if you control a desert or there's a desert in your graveyard, when you cast it, it deals 3 damage to another creature, so you can get rid of another creature, and then you have a 3/3 on the board. That is quite good. Gideon's Defeat, part of a cycle. This is Bolas' hand, defeating Gideon. Exile target white creature that's attacking or blocking. If it was a Gideon Planeswalker, you gain 5 life, so this cycle is a pretty good sideboard card if you're drafting this set. Ibnu Rivulet, it's the uncommon blue desert, it's a milling card, and now for the rare, Earthshaker Kenra, that's nice. It's part of the Ramunap red deck, so the deck that won the Hour of Devastation Pro Tour. Might be worth, I don't know, 1 or 2 euros. And we have, cool, full art mountain and a Steadfast Sentinel. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this small look into the Planeswalker deck that will be coming out with all of the new sets from now on. These are all of the regular sets, I have to say, so not the supplemental sets like Unstable or so that you can see what awaits you in these decks. The next episode I'm going to put up, it's going to be a Time Walk episode, so stay tuned for that. And until then, see you next time.